Coach, thank you for joining us on the call today. If you would take a minute to tie up the win in Tampa against USF. Tell us your plans as you head into the open week as you get ready for UConn on the Thursday night game, please.
Yes, sir. It was a tough game. We knew it would be tough. Willie's doing a great job instilling his personality into his ball team, and we know going down there. East Carolina had never beaten South Florida in the 4 previous meetings, so we knew they were going to be a very tough team. Great talent pool that Willie has to choose from as well. But I was very proud of our team. The first half, just like in any game, there were some, weathering the storm moments and faced adversity there in the first half. And South Florida played a great game. But at halftime, made some adjustments. I thought the players and coaches did a great job of what we term as playing the next play. Play that play and play the next play. And we came back in the second half and did a very good job on defense, getting some stops. And our offense did a good job of taking value of each possession, which is needed in that type of game. But I thought it was a game of a character game for us, a courage game for us, and it just really molds around our commitment to our team that we've talked about from the very beginning 5 years ago, and everybody embracing their roles and understanding what they have to do to make the team better, and then also be able to stay focused on the immediate mission at that time was making sure we do a great job on all these sides of the ball, making plays, doing our job, making routine plays, and again, like I mentioned, playing the next play. So we were very fortunate to come out with the win. I was, again, proud of our staff and our players. I thought it was a victory well earned. This off week comes at another great time for us to get healed up a little bit this week, and we know we'll face a Connecticut team next Thursday. But we'll use it to, again, keep our old guys sharp, but also get a lot of guys that we know we'll need in this stretch coming up in the what we term as third and fourth quarter. We just finished our second quarter now, and we're looking forward to getting those guys ready to go as well, some young guys, some repetitions. So look forward to it, and thanks for having me on today.
We'll take questions for Coach McNeill, please. Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue. The operator will introduce you.
Thank you. Dan Tortora, Broadcast Media.
Hi, Coach. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Just wanted to start with Shane Carden having 4 out of your 6 games of multiple passing touchdowns, and not just him, but your offense and the receivers and running backs as well, and what they've given him. Just to talk about your passing attack and how successful it's been.
Well, I really like the you call it connection or the timing and the mindset of that group. I think our offensive line was one of the biggest questions coming into the season, and those guys did a really good job of gelling, having replaced 3 starters up there. Shane, like we mentioned before, leads from the front. Those guys all summer, really all during the season as well, they do a lot of extra things after practice on their own, watching a film on their own. Really doing a good job of making what we call routine plays, and the long plays or special plays will come, but it all just boils down to routine plays. We have some guys that have stepped up or had to step up, and with some injuries here and there, but really proud of that group, and the way Lincoln Riley, my assistant head coach and offensive coordinator, and Donica Patrick and Brandon Jones up front with the O-line, and Dave Nickel, and also Kirk Dahl getting that side of the ball to gel and really just feed off one another with our defense and our special teams too. But we have a lot of room to get better on that side of the ball, and really all 3 sides.
And then as far as the environment, obviously you're 5-1 going into this bye week. The environment that you've worked to build, these veterans that have stayed with the team and building the environment, what can you say about what it feels like to be in a locker room of the East Carolina Pirates right now?
Well, it's really a comfortable. For me, it's my therapy getting around our group, our coaches and players. They do and have done. I think, like you mentioned, the environment. It was began 5 years ago, and we've made sure and quite honestly premeditated who's in that environment. People who understand commitment to our team and that first and last and always, and also being able to stay focused on a vision. And they love playing and coaching with each other and playing and coaching for one another. So we get a lot of enjoyment of just that team camaraderie, which you can only find in my opinion, the greatest laboratory on earth, and that's the locker room. And so I'm honored to be a part of it.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Joey Knight, Tampa Bay Times.
Coach, Breon Allen had a lot of...
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Breon Allen had a lot of success Saturday night. Was there something y'all were able to exploit there, or was it just all him? Just what happened?
Well, no, it always begins up front. You know, we knew first that Willie and his staff, and with Ron Cooper on that side of the ball, those guys, we knew they, in previous games, had done a great job up front with stunning and blitzing, and also on the coverage end of blends back there. So we try to be as balanced as we possibly can. And it starts up front on both sides of the ball, but our offensive line plan is one. And Breon doing a good job of pressing line of scrimmage, reading his blocks, and just trying to get positive yardage. But the balance, I think, between our run game and pass game, we must have that to have any kind of success. And so Breon did a good job. But that committee of running backs that we've had, they do a good job of, and Lincoln does a great job of finding packages for those guys. And Breon did a good job on Saturday. I think the protection, watching the film, just doing a good job of protection and taking advantage of anything that we possibly could. You know, any positive yardage in a game like that, tough game, hard-hitting game, very physical football game.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
And do you have any other questions for Coach McNeill, please? Star 1 on your telephone, if so.
Dan Tortora.
Coach, I wanted to continue with you on a couple things that you talked about, the environment of the team. I know you talked about improving on defense and special teams. We talked about offense. What can you say defensively and on special teams you really want to key in on before you face UConn?
Well, I think, the biggest thing we talk about is make sure we continue to play hard and tackle great. Sounds simple, but that's our initial deal every day. Trying to control the run game as much as possible to give us a chance to dictate downs, hopefully, and then hopefully get some takeaways to give our offense extra possessions. As a special teams, we've got a lot of young guys playing on that team, and making sure they stay disciplined. This week, the open week, gives us a chance to focus more on the fundamentals as we did the last open week to get that group ready, really all three sides. As a team, we have to make sure we do a good job, a much better job, and it starts with me on our penalties and cutting those way down because this league is too competitive week in and week out. So as a team, we have to get better, do a better job of that, and starting with me and in practice and getting our kids to focus on administrative penalties or technique penalties, and we must cut those down.
And then as far as you, I know that you're someone that, even back in Rhode Island when we spoke, cares so much about this team and so much about what you created 5 years ago. Everybody asks you about the players, but what about yourself? You know, being 5-1, seeing things start to click, knowing that you need to improve on areas and being focused on that. But do you take some time to enjoy the fact that what you really believed in and have tried to nurture is happening right now?
Well, I'm a lifer. I've 34 years. This is when I finished having a coach die, I began coaching immediately, and through those years, you form your values and your philosophy, and you believe in what you believe in, and the team first is always been the forefront. The family environment has always been the forefront. Making sure we get people in the organization and the program that not only do we trust, but we have a verification of trust among one another. So this week, these first couple of days, I'm a movie guy, and a walk guy. They term me the one who walks. So when I finish with you today or our conference, I'll get my walk in and get a chance to sit back and just see how we can continue to improve. And I can get a lot better as a coach. Even at 34 years, I'm still learning. I learned Saturday that I can become better, and I got to make sure I continue to do that and never stop that. But I enjoy being around the team so much, and the coaches, and like I said, that's my therapy for me, is seeing those guys happy and seeing the team happy, the families, seeing those happy, and that means a lot to me, and that's my satisfaction. And it's it's more about them, you know, and I feed off of them, their happiness. Like in the locker room, you ask, and that environment, I'm my happiest when I see those guys happy, and that's my satisfaction, and I truly mean that.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Coach, well, thank you for your time today. We look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and again, that is Coach Ruffin McNeill from East Carolina.